You are watching Anachronology.
We go to our next category, and that category is tabloids. What are tabloids? Again, can you summarize tabloids to the younger folk that might be, wondering, "Well, what are
So
tabloids, man?"
you know how there's the internet, whether you are on whatever your social media platform of choice, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever the hell else there is, and there's like rumors and gossip, but the people whom are posting those things online are, it's they're not just a nameless reporter. It's actually like people. So take that, but distill that down to like the internet, social media platforms, and distill that down to a piece of paper or several pieces of paper, like a publication that is all lies. So what they are, they were basically newspapers that were full of lies, and they would be found if you ever go to a grocery store. If you don't get your groceries delivered, there's these things called grocery stores, and in the checkout lines, if the checkout line is being run by a person and you have to wait and sit and look at something, there's a whole wall of lies that I can remember my mom's mother, that would be like my mom would have to go run errands with her once a week. Those would be some of the things she would always come home with was the not I think the sun was one of them. I think the sun, the
There we
star. There
go.
you go. The star. Yeah, the star was one of them. I don't think she was an Inquirer person, but definitely the star. I remember this. So yeah,
Yeah,
here we
you can
go.
you can see here a great example of what he's talking about. This was actually what made going grocery shopping fun because it was just scattered with lies as you checked out of the grocery store, basically all right there on that rack.
Yeah, so now there's definitely like some truths that I'm seeing because what's his name? Like on the Inquirer one, uh Nancy or Gifford, Kathy Gifford's husband, he was banging somebody else aside from her.
Oh, he was. Yes, you're
Which
right.
that's Marv Albert down there. He definitely had like some sort of weird sexual
Pink.
proclivities, like
Yeah.
biting.
He liked
So
biting
there is,
prostitutes or
yeah,
something.
like there is truths in these things here, but it's like they're kind of like they're saying jail for Frank Slover. I don't know if that bitch ever went to jail, but I guarantee you that this is just they're taking famous people and manufacturing drama for the sake of making money selling their publication. So
Yeah, yeah. That's well
it's
put.
it's basically like a comment section on a thread on something on social media, but instead of it being on the computer, it's in your grocery style, in your grocery store, in the checkout aisle on a piece of paper.
Yeah,
And
pretty
this is where
much. I think that basically it was like imagine if clickbait was just on a rack at the grocery store and it was
yeah,
like
yeah, there you go.
what would allure somebody to pick this thing up and flip through it. And obviously the cover always had to pull you in. If you saw it, you were just like, "Oh my god, Lisa Marie, I got to check this out." And then you just kind of dove into whatever garbage was in these publications. Okay, here's some other ones, some other examples. Of course, National Enquirer was huge. That was like the
Oh yeah.
big, I guess we could call it the rag of the times, especially in the checkout line at the grocery store. But this was like basically where all the dirt and either like total lies or fabrications always made the. I think they always took like tragedies and really marketed on people's like horrible things that happened in their lives.
Well, I don't know. I know who Elizabeth Taylor is. I have no idea who like that Liberace looking guy is next to her, but Larry's first wife arrested for prostitution. He drove me to it. So I mean, like I don't know. Like this is yeah, like you said, like
This is
clickbaity.
awesome.
Like this has nothing to do with Liz Taylor aside from this
It's
man she
great.
married had an ex-wife who apparently got like picked up for hooking. But I mean,
Yeah, and
this,
apparently
like
she was really poor Liz, collapsed, diet crazy Liz, I
Y
guess at that
so
time. She
no,
was hitting the
so
diet
that
pills or
there you
something.
go. That's what I feel like that is a thing where they like the manufactured drama where there was probably none of that is true. She probably took a nap and someone said, "I walked in on Liz and she was asleep." And I said, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "I was taking a nap." And that turned into diet crazy Liz collapses. She's rich. She probably had a fucking
Oh,
lunch with some mimosas, passed out.
she probably did. And then obviously in that same time period, another kind of very popular, I guess we could call magazine at that period was also just kind of playing off of the lust of young tween girls at the time. And those were typically in the form of Tiger Beat or Teen Beat. And that was when any like young up and coming teen or even like young male was basically plastered all over the covers of these magazines.
Dude, I think dude
Look at
is on the Teen
Hanson.
Beat one. Brad Renfro dead. I think that's Jonathan Brandis. He's
Yeah,
dead.
he is dead.
There's like
Rest in peace, brother.
I don't know who Andrew is, but whoever the heck Andrew is, but yeah,
Andrew's
this is straight
boldly
up.
rocking a cut off jean jacket there. He's
Yeah,
showing those guns, those
he's got a
young boy
Canadian
guns.
he's got a Canadian summer tux. It's all denim
He
with the sleeveless.
does. He does. And obviously, the Hanson brothers were very very sultry, and a lot of fantasies about these three young men right here. Of course, Leo
And
makes an appearance. Leo is on
to
every freaking magazine.
Oh, he's been a dream since he was on Growing Pains. He has been. I mean, look at that motherfucker, dude. He's been killing it since day
Yeah.
one.
And he's still
But
dating women
surprisingly,
in that age bracket as well, which is
it,
I mean, more power to Leo, I guess. That's his prerogative. But yeah, he's
but
still kind of, that's his
to
taste.
and just to go to show like where their this tiger beat, their bread was buttered. Leo is taking second fiddle to the Hanson brothers. Like, I mean, they're not the. I mean, they're not ugly by any means, but they're no Leos. Like that's how like important, or that's like what they would push. Like these people who
I love how they had to write
Leonardo,
umbop on the hand, like nobody knew what they were famous for, right?
Even Leo had to play
Terrible.
second fiddle to the fucking Hanson brothers here.
So obviously, yeah, these were everywhere. I remember my sister getting these magazines, and just I don't want to know what was going through any young girl's head at this period of time, but it was really pulling on the fantasy element of it. And then, of course, how can we forget the incredible Weekly World News? These were my favorite publications during that time, and these were the other ones that were just like peppered in the checkout line, and they told a frickin' story. I mean, just look at these things. And of course, their most famous person that ever graced the cover of Weekly World News was Bat Boy. Look at Bat Boy. He is brilliant.
He is
brilliant.
There is Bat Child found in, like, there's a whole story for him. He was found in a cave. The FBI,
he was captured by the FBI.
Daring it, and he was apparently Bat Boy was a member. He was the perpetrator of a 27-state reign of terror. So he went through freaking half of the United States, apparently being Bat Boy. And then Bat Boy escaped. and then after he was already wreaking havoc in 27 states, he apparently goes on to lead cops on an additional 3-state chase. So Bat Boy is a menace to society.
Yeah, I mean, Bat Boy, and I think I'm waiting for the Bat Boy movie. I think somebody needs to adapt this. I think this needs to be a major motion picture sometime soon. I would totally pay to see it. A Bat Boy film about his reign of terror over the United States in the early to mid 90s. What a guy.
I mean, I'm actually surprised that there isn't a Bat Boy movie yet. Like, how is A24 or Magnet? How have they not? How have they not? Like, hey, you know what we're doing next? Bat Boy movie.
And what's great?
Like this. Yeah, go ahead.
No, so what's great is that people paid for this. Like, you had to buy it. It was like, I don't know, I can't see any pricing on that. I mean, what do you think these went for? $2 back in the day?
$2, probably $2, maybe $1.50 or something. But also too, like in the times before you could just like grab a Wacom tablet and Photoshop something. Bat Boy, I'm not saying Bat Boy is not real, but it looks like this Bat Boy image may have been manipulated somehow. But if that being said, even if it was manipulated, which it probably was because Bat Boy's real, it's not too bad. Like it's pretty good. Just like at a glance, it's weird enough where it's like, what the fuck is that thing? Like it definitely is. It's creepy. It is a bat mixed with a boy, but it's also not like poorly done. It's not a poor representation. I mean, in all the
great.
It
is so pitch perfect.
Silently screaming.
I would have died to get a job writing copy for Weekly World News, like because it just crushes. I love it. Mutant steals Mini Cooper car for Joyride. Let's go through some of these other Weekly World News covers. Let's see if we can distinguish, because I think in the searching of the interwebs, I think a lot of people have gotten obviously clever and have made fake ones, like ones that never existed. But let's see if we can point out some ones, but it's almost going to be impossible because they were all crazy and outlandish. Okay, we got Blimp to lower world's fattest man into Super Bowl.
He's fucking. They say he weighs fucking 4,000 pounds. That's like 2 elephants.
It's fucking great. Bush reacts to Clinton's new 3-breasted intern.
Oh God, what Ted Bundy's ghosts stalking co-eds.
I could see that.
Okay, now this is something where like this translates well to like clickbait stuff. Now, like you said, this is clickbait. Quick test tells if you're going to heaven or hell. So all of these, like, click on this to tell me what dog you are, tell me what cat you are taking this test. Here is a test verifiable for like $1.75 for the publication. You could tell if you're going to heaven and hell quickly.
That's very true. Absolutely.
And I mean, it wouldn't be in this magazine if it wasn't like a verifiable, I wish we could get this to figure out, whether or not we were going. I mean, obviously they wouldn't print it if it was fake.
Okay, moving on here. We have, I keep mom's ashes in the vacuum cleaner. Okay. I guess you did.
But that she only did that after her tragic spilled urn horror. So what the fuck? I mean, like that was someone. Either one of two things happened. Either this is completely made up, or someone used a vacuum to clean up a dead person's remains, and someone heard about this and then just said, "Hey, you know what? This is going to make a story. This is news. This is Weekly World News.
Yeah, we need to get on this, and we need to put this on the cover of our publication." And then, I mean, this one on the right almost seems it could be real. I feel like Saddam would have fed Christians to the lions. I think that was
crazy enough.
Yeah, I feel like he might have done that.
I mean, I'm a betting man. I'm a 50-50 on this one. This is a push. This is
yeah, dude. I feel like that could be actual real news. I think
that actually might be real news.
Yeah. That one we're on the fence about. I do remember that the face of Satan seen over U.S. Capitol. This was on the shelves. I remember seeing this as a kid quite vividly, that picture. And it's, as a kid, you're just kind of like, you can't really decipher if it's real or fake. And you're just kind of terrified by it. You're like, holy Christ. And
they're playing to the fears of the religious too. Has the devil escaped from hell? I mean, has he? I want to know.
And there he is.
Yep. We got the UFO washed ashore by tsunami. Abducted Montana woman finds in spacecraft's lab.
Oh,
well, and actually, so I mean, I'm interested in they're in UFOs, and there's been some more like disclosure here this current year we're in with experts testifying in front of Congress. But below that, Bermuda toilet mystery. People who sit on it vanish. I think that maybe should have been the lead story, not being relegated to the lower third here.
I need to know more about that.
I mean, the Bermuda Triangle, if everyone is unaware of this area in the Caribbean where a lot of planes and ships go missing. But apparently there is a toilet in Bermuda people who sit on it vanish.
Dangerous. Vanish.
Where is that toilet today?
Nobody knows. And also, where is Weekly World News today? I think sadly they disbanded many, many years ago. I don't even know if they made it out of the 90s, honestly, but thing of the past, man. It's sad.
I wonder if
I guess kids today will never know the glory of getting to see these on newsstands.
I wonder if some of them, if there's any holdovers or leftovers from Weekly World News, if they went on to do anything at the Onion, because the Onion is kind of like this, but like smarter. You know what I mean? Like the Onion it's wacky headlines that are
you're
unbelievable, but they're done. They're like tongue in cheek and funny. I mean,
I see what you mean. Yeah, it's like a weird cousin to Weekly World News almost, but now kind of using the obviously the power of the internet homepage kind of thing rather than it being on a shelf at your checkout at your Price Chopper, A&P, wherever the hell you
Stop and Shop, Big Y, Albertsons,
Stop and Shop,
Dixie, Kroger,
wherever, but that would be the best explanation of tabloids is stuff like this, whether it was celebrity garbage, whether it was teen heartthrobs, or absolutely outrageous crap like Weekly World News.
And I'd imagine too, like there must be everyone has one of those people in their lives where they like post something unaware that it is not true. Like think it like
Oh
that
God.
still
Oh my
happens.
God.
That still happens, you know, damn near every day. But that was just imagine a whole newspaper full of those things. That's what a tabloid is.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Before we made the word fake news a big thing. Fake news was profitable and it was
Yep.
actually fun and you could laugh at it and be like, this is haha fake news. Now fake news is like, this is kind of fucked up and scary.
Yeah.
So it took a little bit of a turn, but yeah, I
I'll
would say
take
that
Bat Boy.
was yeah, I will. I'll take Bat Boy any day over some of the scary stuff that's been coming out. But that's tabloids. So those are all the tabloids of the 1990s. Let's do what we do and let's kick it to another one of our glorious sponsors here at Anachronology that make all this possible. You too can also make it possible if you want to become a glorious Patreon member. We had mentioned at the beginning of the show, we do have a Patreon. You should go check it out at the following banner link below. Should be twiddling through your feed. www.patreon.com/anachronology. We're going to try our best, our very, very best to put out as much special, super secret content for all Patreon members. So basically each
Only available on
episode,
Patreon.
yeah, you're going to get all that fun extra stuff. So regardless of the year we're in, we're going to do the show's version, every show's version of that year. You're going to get those 3 or so topics, but there's going to be much, much more extra fun stuff for Patreon members.
Bonus.
That's right, the bonus. So I highly recommend you do check that out. And of course, we are always super grateful when you help us out and you subscribe to our channel. That's a big part of it too. We need those clicks and that love. Just a tiny little click, little baby click.
What are you doing? What are you driving
Little teeny
somewhere? Are
click.
you working out? Just put this in your headphones. Just listen to us. Just get
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
we're gonna
watch
get you
it. You're on
something
the.
every
That's
week.
it. You're at work. You just snuck out to the toilet. You're in the stall. You're watching this right now. See the little hand arrow. Click that thing. Subscribe.
Okay.
Subscribe, and it will really help us out, and we can keep making these awesome episodes for you, for the listener, for the rest of you anachronauts out there. But let's kick it to another break and another wonderful sponsor here at Anachronology.